Hello, future scientists. Welcome to an exciting journey into the heart of chemistry. Today, we are diving into atoms and molecules, specifically focusing on how we write chemical formulae using the clever valencies crossover method. From the basics to advanced insights, we'll explore this topic across 4 levels: easy, medium, hard, and hardest. Get ready to unlock the secret language of chemical compounds. Ready to crack the code of chemical compounds? Let's start with the basics of how atoms combine to form molecules, the easy way. So, what exactly is a chemical formula? Imagine it as a secret code, using symbols to tell us exactly which atoms, and how many of each, are present in a compound. For instance, HO isn't just letters, it tells us water has 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. And what helps atoms combine? It's their valency. Valency is like the number of hands an atom has to hold onto other atoms. Hydrogen has 1 hand, oxygen has 2. It's their combining capacity, a fundamental property. Now for the magic trick, the crossover method. It's a simple, 4-step process. First, write the symbols of the elements, +1 usually first. Second, write their valencies right above their symbols. Third, here's the crossover part, swap those valencies, writing them as subscripts for the other element. And finally, if the numbers can be simplified, do it. For example, with hydrogen and oxygen, H has valency 1, O has valency 2. Cross them over, and you get HO, simple, right? Alright, time to put your newfound knowledge to the test. Try writing the chemical formulae for these 3 common compounds. Take your time, apply the crossover method, and see if you can crack their secret codes. Good luck! Feeling confident with the basics? Excellent! Now, let's deepen our understanding and tackle more complex chemical formulae. At the medium level, we'll refine our understanding of valency and introduce ions. Remember, valency is an atom's combining capacity, often linked to the charge it carries as an ion. Cations are positive, anions are negative. Our rules for writing formulae become more detailed. Always put the metal or positive ion first, use valencies as superscripts, cross them over as subscripts, and remember to ignore the signs, only the numbers matter. Also, simplify if possible. These rules ensure our formulae are accurate and balanced. A crucial concept for more complex formulae is the polyatomic ion. These aren't single atoms, but groups of atoms that stick together and carry an overall charge, acting as one unit. Think of them as a team with a shared valency. Common examples include hydroxide, sulfate, and carbonate. When using these in formulae, if their subscript after crossover is greater than 1, we must put the entire polyatomic ion in brackets. This shows that the subscript applies to the whole group, not just one atom within it. Let's apply these rules with some examples involving polyatomic ions. For magnesium hydroxide, magnesium has a valency of 2, and the hydroxide ion has a valency of 1. Cross them over, and you get Mg, or, notice the brackets around or, because the 2 from magnesium applies to the whole hydroxide ion. Similarly, for aluminium sulfate, aluminium has valency 3, sulfate has valency 2. Crossing them over gives Al, so. These brackets are vital for correctly representing the compound's composition. Now it's your turn to practice with these medium-level challenges. These questions involve both simple and polyatomic ions. Remember all the rules we've discussed, especially when to use brackets for polyatomic ions. Pause the video if you need more time. You've got this. Ready to push your chemical formula skills even further? Let's explore some advanced concepts and intricate examples. At the hard level, we distinguish between valency and oxidation state. Valency is a number representing combining capacity. Oxidation state is the hypothetical charge an atom has, including a sign. This distinction is key for understanding variable valency, where some elements, especially transition metals like iron and copper, can exhibit multiple valencies. Iron, for example, can be ferrous with valency 2 or ferric with valency 3. When naming these, we use Roman numerals like iron 2 chloride to specify which valency is being used. When writing formulae for elements with variable valency, the crossover method remains the same, but you must use the specific valency indicated in the name. For instance, iron 2 chloride will be FeCl, but iron 3 chloride will be FeCl. The difference in valency directly impacts the number of chlorine atoms needed. We also need to be mindful of common pitfalls. Always simplify subscripts to their lowest ratio, and remember that some elements exist as diatomic molecules, not compounds formed by crossover. Precision is key here. Understanding chemical formulae isn't just about rules, it connects deeply to chemical bonding principles. The crossover method, at its core, ensures that a compound is electrically neutral. In ionic compounds, the total positive charge must perfectly balance the total negative charge, reflecting the stable arrangement formed by electron transfer. Even for simple covalent compounds, it ensures that each atom satisfies its combining capacity through electron sharing. So, the method is a practical application of the fundamental principle that compounds strive for electrical neutrality and stability. It's time for some challenging practice questions. These will test your understanding of variable valency, polyatomic ions, and the underlying principles. Remember to think critically about each part of the name and apply the rules carefully. Take your time, and let's see how well you can formulate these compounds. Welcome to the hardest level. Prepare to delve into the historical context, advanced concepts, and real-world applications of chemical formulae. This is where chemistry truly comes alive. Our journey into chemical formulae began with pioneers like Dalton and Berzelius. Dalton's atomic theory established fixed ratios, while Berzelius gave us element symbols and subscripts, standardizing notation. The evolution of combining power into valency provided a systematic framework, making chemistry a universal language. This historical context highlights that our methods today are built on centuries of scientific discovery and refinement, crucial for global scientific communication. Beyond simple valency, advanced chemistry uses oxidation states, the hypothetical charge on an atom, which is crucial for understanding electron transfer in redox reactions. We also encounter coordination numbers in complex compounds, describing how many atoms are bonded to a central metal. These concepts offer a deeper insight into bonding mechanisms. For instance, complex ions like Cu, Nh, superscript 2, with an overall charge, still follow the crossover method when combining with simple ions, like Cl to form Cu, Nh, Cl. It's about treating the entire complex as one charged unit. While chemical formulae are powerful, they have limits. They tell us what atoms are present and in what numbers, but not how they're arranged in space. This leads to isomerism, where compounds with the same formula can have different structures and thus different properties, like ethanol and dimethyl ether, both CHO. This distinction is vital in fields like materials science and drug design. In materials, precise formulae guide the synthesis of semiconductors or polymers. In drug design, a slight change in formula or structure can drastically alter a drug's effectiveness or side effects, making meticulous formula understanding a cornerstone of innovation. The crossover method, while fundamental, is primarily for simple ionic and covalent compounds. It doesn't fully explain the complex bonding in giant covalent structures or the nuances of variable valency without prior knowledge. However, its importance in materials science and drug design cannot be overstated. Understanding how atoms combine, even at this basic level, is the first step in engineering new materials with desired properties or synthesizing life-saving drugs. The legacy of accurate chemical formulae underpins virtually every aspect of modern chemistry and its applications, driving technological and medical advancements. Now, for the ultimate test of your understanding. These first 5 hardest level questions will challenge you to think critically about valency, oxidation states, complex ions, and the applications of chemical formulae. Remember to apply all the knowledge you've gained throughout this session. Give them your best shot. Here are the remaining 5 questions for our hardest level. These delve into the theoretical underpinnings and limitations of the crossover method, as well as its real-world impact. Consider the broader implications and connections to other chemical concepts. Take your time to formulate comprehensive answers. You're doing great. And that concludes our deep dive into chemical formulae. I hope you've gained a clearer understanding of how atoms combine and how to write their chemical codes. To explore more fascinating topics, practice with interactive quizzes, and access a wealth of educational content, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting chemistry lessons. Keep learning and keep exploring the wonders of science.